Hi, my name is Bibek Adhikari. I am an English instructor. In today's class, we are going to solve the reading portion of Unit 8, that is, Dangers of Junk Food. So, let's begin. Right, we are now going to start the reading portion of Unit 8, which is called Junk Food Should Be Banned. So, this is a debate. So, do you know what a debate is? So, if you don't know that, no worries. We'll also learn what debate really means. So, before that, we are going to read the text, the debate that is given in your book. So let's start on that. Honorable Chairperson, respected teachers and dear friends, I would like to thank Mr. Ale for giving me the chance to say something here. I am here to support this statement: junk food should be banned. We all know food is the most essential thing for any living being. Everybody in the world, such as human beings, animals, plants, microorganisms, need food to survive. In fact, the food which we eat is a factor in our existence. Everybody should be aware of the food which we take. Health is the most valuable property. We know that the health of anyone is determined by the food they eat. So there is a strong relationship between food and the health of people. The previous speaker had just said that we live in the 21st century. It is the time of information and technology. People are too busy in their day-to-day lives. They are always feeling tense to manage their time. In this context, junk food has become the common and global culture of the people. Junk food is now available all over the world. We see it everywhere in grocery stores, department store, fast food restaurants. Television advertisement makes such food looking appealing. Alright, let's go on reading this one. But I strongly argue that junk foods contain little nutritious value. These foods are high in calories, fat, sugar, salt, or caffeine. Junk food can cover cereals, candy, chips, cookies, cheese, puffs, biscuits, noodles, french fries, gum, ice cream, sodas, cold drinks, and most sweet desserts. Honorable Chairperson, there are various problems with junk food. The main problem is that they have high satisfactory value. That is why so many people consume it, even though they know it is not healthy. Another problem is that junk food tends to replace other more nutritious food. Similarly, an increase in junk food is directly associated with the increase in obesity, heart diseases, high blood pressure, certain types of cancer, and tooth decay. Fats from junk food trigger the brain to want more food. This effect can last for several days. Mothers who eat junk food while pregnant or breastfeeding have children who are prone to obesity. Children are also more prone to diabetes, raised cholesterol, and high blood pressure. Additives and preservatives, such as common food dyes, can cause children to become more hyperactive and easily distracted than usual. If children eat junk food regularly, it is likely to lead them to violent behavior in later life. Finally, I want to suggest that we should not eat junk food because it is the cause of various diseases. So junk food should be banned. Thank you. So that was the end of reading portion of Unit 8. We will now understand how debating is done in real life. So let me clear a few things before I start giving solution for the question. The question, how should one learn the art of debating? You see, debate is not an argument. Before moving onwards, we must know that debate is not an argument. It is not fighting over something. Argument is very unhealthy. It is negative, while debate is the positive stuff, Debate is very healthy, and debate leads to very healthy consequences and outputs, while arguments usually ends up with a bad result. Debate, on the other hand, is discussion between one or more people having different perspective, both negative or positive. So it is discussion of different perspectives, discussion on different perspectives. The perspectives could be both positive or negative. So it could be both positive or negative. Both positive or negatives, you see. So debate is not to underestimate opponents, but to clarify the point. In debate, we do not underestimate the opponents. We are not belittling anyone. We are not trying to show that we are superior. However, we are trying to clarify our point. Rather, we are trying to clarify our points. That is the main idea. So in debate, it is not fighting. It is not argumentation. It is not discussion with harsh words. It is, however, discussion on different perspective, both negative and positive, and by clarifying our different points. It is not underestimating other people. It is not belittling our opponents. Nothing like that. You see, so if you really want to learn the art of debating, you've got to follow some of the rules. To be a good debater, you need to learn some of the rules. And the rules are, number one, read. Speaking, it comes out of reading. So the more you read, the more materials you collect or gather for your speech. So read as much as possible, because you may not know what topic you will face in next debate. So you don't know which topic you will face in next debate, do you? So the point is, the better readers are the better debaters. So to be a better debater in life, you've got to read as much as possible, because you never know what topic you're going to talk about. So in order to know that, in order to gather as much material as possible, you've got to read. There's no alternative, and there are no shortcuts. And the next thing that you should keep in mind is learn to talk, because debating is an art. It is not just walking up to the stage and saying every random thoughts that come to your mind. So you've got to learn to talk. It will help you to clear points in professional manner. So for that, you need to do a lot of stuff. You need to watch debates. You need to, go to different debate programs and attend debate competition, stuffs like that. So first of all, watch debates. You could watch this on TV, or you can just watch everything online. Another thing that you should do is you should go to, you should also watch political talk programs, because, political leaders, while they're talking, they use a lot of logics. Well, not all of the time, not all of the leaders, but most of them, they use a lot of logic. So you'll get the art of, generating logic. After that, you need to attend many debate competitions. Any format, it could be British parliamentary format or the American format, does not matter. Just attend as many debates as possible. After that, in number 3, we have keep the facts on your tongue. So this will help you master the competition. That is to say that facts are very significant when it comes to talking, So you've got to learn all the facts, learn the percentage, the numbers, the data, the statistics, learn all about them. So keep the facts on your tongue. Have you ever seen Shashi Tharoor, the Indian leader, speak? So he uses a lot of facts and factoids while talking. He gives a lot of, number. He literally vomits statistics while giving speeches. And that's why he's so famous. And he's a great debater. So watch some of the talks of Shashi Tharoor and you'll know. The fourth point that you should keep in mind is you've got to be polite and very clear while debating. Be very polite and be clear what you're talking about. So this will impress audience as well as the opponents. You see, you've got to impress both the audience and the opponents. So be very polite and clear. Polite and clear. Another thing that you should keep in mind while debating is know the necessary gestures. So learn all about the gestures. There are various ways of using the hand, various ways of using the body language. Master that. Also, you've got to maintain an eye contact. So you don't need to look at everybody's eyes, that is not possible. But at least what you can do is you can make some make some suitable eye contacts, and that would be really nice. Now comes the exercise section. The first one that is given in your book is fill in the blanks. TV advertisements for junk food look very, and there's a blank space. So we'll find the answer, don't worry. You try finding answers. I'll write another question too. Junk foods are low in nutritional value but high in blank space. So let's find the answers. TV advertisements for junk food look very what? Very appealing. Very good. Very appealing. Junk foods are low in nutritional value but high in calories. Very good. So there are more questions. I hope you can solve other questions like this. They're pretty easy, by the way. All right. Now let's go to the true-false section. We do have some true-false questions, and they are also very easy. Number A is junk food advertisements on television do not attract us. So is this true or false? So you guess. I'll write another questions and we'll be back discussing these two questions. Number B is an increase in junk food is directly associated with an increase in tooth decay. So is this true or false? So keep guessing and we'll find the answers. So now let's find the answers. The first one, junk food advertisements on television do not attract us. Of course they attract us. Junk food advertisements on television do not attract us. They do attract us, and they attract us a lot. So it's a false statement. An increase in junk food is directly associated with an increase in tooth decay. Very true. A true statement it is. Now let's go to answer questions section. The first question that we have is name some places where junk foods are easily available. So all you need to do is you need to list the names of junk food. So some of the places where junk foods are easily available. So they are found in cafes. They are found in supermarkets. They are also found in restaurants. They're found in grocery shops, grocery stores. They're found in department shops similar to supermarkets, or fast food stalls. In fact, they are found almost everywhere. So you can just name the places, Name some places where junk foods are easily available: cafes, supermarkets, restaurants, grocery stores, fast food stalls, everywhere. Now let's go to another question. Question number B. How is junk food defined? So can you solve this question? Let's try. How is junk food defined? Junk food is the easily available food that contains high amount of calories and little or no nutritional value. You see, we can define junk food in this way. So how is junk food defined? Junk food is the easily available food that contains high amount of calories and little or no nutritional value. All right. Now we have come to the homework section. And your homework is going to be this. Make a list of the merits and demerits of junk food and paste it on the wall of your class or school. So this is going to be your homework. You need to make a list of merits and demerits of junk food and paste it on the wall of your class or school. Pretty easy, right? So that's your homework. So with this we have come to end of today's class. If you have any questions or suggestions regarding this video series, feel free to write us at learning@deerwalk.edu.np. Thank you.